Aliens hop in your TARDISes. You're listening to Doctor... Huh?
Huh? What the fucking hell was this episode?
A virus? What?
Now I've seen everything.
Now I've seen everything on Doctor Who. I'm Jordan, and I'm chock full of microplastics.
I'm Sam, the president of the Madagascar Tourism Board.
It's just that one beach. I like to move it.
This is Series 2 episode... Sorry, nope, not Series 2. Series 12, Episode 6, Praxeus.
Wouldn't it be nice if we were talking about Series 2? A nice David Tennant Rose episode instead of more...
Written by Pete McTighe and Chris Chibnall. Directed by Jamie Magnus Stone.
Crisp strikes again. The episode looks like that.
Okay.
The episode is written like that.
I thought the episode looked good.
It does. I didn't say it looked bad. I just said it looked like that, which is how all the Crisps era. Or actually, sorry, I have a proposition. I want to.
You wanted to name this era.
This era, the Crisps Chibnall era of Doctor Who, should be called the Backpack era. Because it's the era where everybody is carrying around a sensible backpack and a sturdy water bottle, a sturdy metal water bottle.
That. We do see Ryan has a backpack.
Ryan has a backpack, and then in Ranskorav Kolos, she was handing out backpacks and water bottles.
I've got a backpack. Put that bird in my backpack.
He loves that backpack. They gotta be ready. They gotta be ready for anything. They gotta be prepped.
I don't have any guns in my backpack.
What do you think? He's got granola bars. He's got not granola bars. That'd be childish. He's got a sensible
granola birds.
He's got a sensible protein supplement, protein bar. He's got water. He's got a flashlight. He's got some like cords and just anything you might need for a safe, sensible adventure with the
Maybe
doctor.
even a cool cable. I have a question for you. This is a sincere question. Wasn't his backpack empty?
He had just enough room in it for a big dead bird.
I'm pretty sure when we get the scene where he's like, I'm not here to hurt you. Please, feel free to go through my backpack. Doesn't she just like look at his backpack and she's like, oh, there's nothing in here?
To give Ryan the benefit of the doubt, he did have that big, sturdy, sensible water bottle because you must stay hydrated on your adventures with the doctor. And do you always want to be carrying around a water bottle in your hand? No.
Yes. Oh,
do you need room? Boo. Do you need room? You need both hands ready to go to pick up a dead bird, and you need a receptacle large enough to hold it, and no guns.
Don't touch that bird. It gotta go in me backpack.
And just in case the doctor gives you some charges, some grenades, like she did in the Battle of Ranskorav Kolos.
That hasn't happened yet.
I know, but I'm saying
has it? I don't remember. Where are we? I wish there was some kind of spreadsheet.
She's conditioning Yaz, Ryan, and Graham for when they will be carrying grenades in their sensible carrier backpacks.
No, sorry, this is after Ranskorav Kolos.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm just saying
that's where he got that backpack.
Go back and look at any other Doctor Who episode. They know they're going to be off the TARDIS for like 45 minutes.
We didn't mention that the backpack had a little thing on it that said, I had an emotional arc with my grandfather on Ranskorav Kolos, and all I got was this stupid backpack.
All I got was this stupid iron-on patch.
And our bond as family rejuvenated.
And also, I love Rosa Parks.
This is the closest 2 episodes we've had so far on the main feed. This is just 2 episodes after Nikola Tesla's Night of Terror to sort of.
I was going to say you said on the main feed, but we did roll the episode previous to.
Yes, we watched Horror of Fang Rock immediately after The Invisible Enemy, which it's directly before. Incredible
odds, incredible. You'll love to see it. Anyways, this is Praxeus.
This is Praxeus.
As
a fun fact, this is an episode about a horrible virus, and it did premiere the same week that the World Health Organization declared COVID a global crisis.
Uh-oh. I was wondering where and when this fell into the real world timeline. He didn't know, Crisps, but he did have.
Oh yeah, I didn't usually give the date. This was February 2nd, 2020 for the record.
Tugging at my collar. I was wondering if they knew if this was like a post-COVID episode, but this was more about plastic in the ocean.
But more critically for placing this in the timeline of reality, we were still watching The Secret Life of the American Teenager. So, okay, this is an episode. In short, here's what the episode is about. There is a virus called Praxeus. It is on Earth. It is bad.
It makes you explode, which I love.
We meet some different people. One of them goes to Hong Kong. One of them goes to Madagascar. One of them goes to, where was it? Peru. And I liked the way that this episode starts.
Where
we're seeing... You agree?
I actually liked the setup of like how are these events because it's like all these very different stories, and then all of a sudden one of the companions shows up with their sensible backpack. That's
what I loved is like, for example, we meet like a travel vlogger in Peru and some shit happens and she's like, what happened? What's going on? And then Ryan just like walks over the hill and he's like, hello, don't touch that bird.
Don't We can't keep doing... They're not all Ringo Starr. They're not. Well, you bird, don't touch that bird, you bird.
I say this with all the peace and love in my heart.
Hands off the bird. And then Graham shows up.
Sorry, we were doing Ringo Starr before we started recording. I need to stop. Okay. Yeah, so I like that. It
was kind of neat. I liked it too.
And it's one of the cool things that I like in Doctor Who is when you get the sense that the different companions are kind of starting to... get the hang of things.
Yeah, I liked when Rose did that too, where Rose has been traveling with the Doctor for a season or whatever, and then she shows up and she's like, quick, hand me that high energy power decoupler. The weird part was at the end when Gabriella, the travel vlogger, says, quick, hand me that high energy decoupler. I've overridden the manual bypass on this alien spaceship that I've just now discovered for the first time in my life.
Yeah, the first thing we see though is
Earth.
God, I fucking hate Chris Chibnall. The first thing we see is it's the shot of the Earth from space, and the Doctor.
Sam, I have a question for the Doctor. Where are we? And more importantly, when are we?
Earth, the beginning of the 3rd decade of the 21st century.
Oh.
And she does this god-awful narration where she's like, there are 7 billion people. Some of them live near the ocean, and some of them don't. But they are all alive. And then at the end of the episode, they bring it back, and she's just like, Earth, 7 billion people, and all of the ones who are alive are alive. And I'm like,
I really wish that she had been like, Chris. She had been like, Earth, population, 699,999,998 people, because 2 of them died in the middle of this episode.
No, but we won't tell you who yet.
The death toll of this episode ambiguous. Actually, I guess I think 3 people died in this episode. Maybe 4.
We'll keep a tally as we go.
5.
There's an escape pod that falls from space, and there's
an astronaut.
It's not
an escape pod. It's just like a re-entry capsule. He's
sorry. I wrote down escape pod before I knew what was going on. There's an astronaut falling to space.
This astronaut's name is Adam Lang. We know this because they say it about 100 times in the episode, and it's very funny.
The subtitles identified him as Soyuz?
Soyuz is a space thing. I know it because in the anime Dr. Stone, they talk about Soyuz.
Oh, maybe I just misread the whatever.
No, his name is not Soyuz. It's a spacecraft. Soyuz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, they must have been like radioing like, how is it in the Soyuz?
Yes, the Soyuz served as the only means to ferry crew to or from the ISS, for which it remains heavily used.
We then smash cut to a horrific... What?
Smash.
I don't get it.
Smash cut, because smashing happens.
I guess.
Because he smashes a guy through a big stack of water bottles.
Then tackle cut to a piece of shit ex-cop who can't get over the fact that he's not a cop, and he's like working at a grocery store, and he just like tackles a shoplifter.
He tackles a shoplifter through a big pyramid of water bottles, and then off screen, the two boys in the toy commercial that they're playing out go, "Yeah!" I love going to the water bottle pyramid at my local store.
And then the manager of the store is like, "Jake, what the fuck is wrong with you?" And she just like lets the shoplifter go. We go to Peru, where there's a vlogger. It's two travel vloggers, Gabriella and Jamila.
I love this part because it's playing like Crisp's version of Zoomer music as they like film their vlog on their phone, and it's playing like, this is music that would play over like, "Live while we're young. The night is tonight is the night, and it's our only night." And they're like filming on their iPhones, and they're like, "Here we go, the most beautiful river in the world. Close your eyes, my alive friend Jamila." And then she opens her eyes, and it's all trash.
Oh no! And Jamila, by the way, her response to seeing the river is covered in trash, and Gabriella looking horrified is this some kind of joke?
I'm turning.
Good one, Gabriella, dumping all that trash by the river to troll your friend for your.
That does sound like something that a Zoomer, like epic YouTuber would do. It's like, I dumped a bunch of trash.
Hey guys, today we're going to be doing a river pollution prank on my friend.
River pollution prank gone right. And then Jamila's like, "We are so not camping here," and then it cuts to
to them camping here.
It's so funny. That just happened. Also, Gabriella's snoring loudly.
Oh, I forgot this episode is Birdemic.
I
forgot that multiple parts of this episode are Birdemic.
This whole episode is basically Birdemic, and I'm glad that I was not the one to say it.
Because Jamila goes outside in the middle of the night because she hears birds squawking, and there's a huge, angry-looking flock swarming around in the air, and one of them attacks her, and it starts spitting acid, and then they get the big deal at the company, and everyone claps for 2 minutes.
Clapping. See, well, the difference is, in Birdemic, if you remember in Birdemic, the reason that the Birdemic happened is because of some environmental issue.
Same plot.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, dang.
We go to Jake getting drunk in a bar, and he...
Oh, no.
We go to Jake drinking at a bar, watching the news. They're talking about British astronaut Adam Lang is crashing.
You see this in movies and TV shows all the time. I've never ever in my life seen a person do this when I'm at the bar watching astronaut footage, where he sees that that somebody he knows, ambiguous, has crashed. And he goes, turn that up. Turn it up. Is that a thing you can do? Hey, turn it up. I want everyone to listen to this more.
I mean, I can't see why you couldn't.
Hey, turn this up. Turn that shit up.
The person working at the bar is just like, no.
I mean, a lot of times they don't even have the remote like there.
That's true. That's true. If I was at work and somebody was like, "Hey, can you turn the music down?" I'd be like, "I literally don't know how."
Don't even know how to do that. Famous
and
astronaut...
I say that's what would happen because that did happen a million times, and I didn't know what to do about it.
Famous astronaut Adam Lang has crashed, BBC reports. Jake gets a text on his Samsung, which says, "Hey, it's me, Adam. I'm alive. Help me. Here is where I am in Hong Kong."
Hey.
Yeah.
What was this? I've seen the whole episode, and this doesn't make any sense.
How did he send that text?
It's an anonymous text also. Like, it's not...
Is it possible... Is it possible that Jake deleted Adam's number from his cell phone?
Okay, but based on what we find out later, how the fuck is Adam texting him?
Did Adam get up? He got out of the situation that we will describe he's in later. He went to get one of those pay-as-you-go phones from the local store, and then he sent the text.
And he didn't feel like it was necessary to say, "Jake, it's Adam." Because this is the thing. The only reason that they did it this way, where it's an anonymous text that just says all caps "help me" that Jake received, is because they want to keep it mysterious how the two of them know each other. And when we find out, it's not interesting, or like, it's not like, oh, that's such what a twist. It's just like, oh, they're married.
They're married to each other. Well, or are they?
The twist of men being married to each other.
You know, on TV, And in this day and age, that is like a twist. You go, what? They can't do that.
And then when this episode is on streaming on Disney Plus, they're gonna take this scene out for.
They're gonna be like, "Hello, how do you guys know each other? We're brothers.
we're in the army together.
Why didn't you come to my rocket launch? I was too busy doing some construction work.
You know how I feel about commitment as friends."
At the end, they give each other it just zooms in really close on them shaking hands.
Their faces get really close, and then the episode pauses, and they just superimpose some mouths over them going, "I'm glad we're friends."
Their faces get really close, and then it cuts to a mouth right by a man's ear, and he says, "I love my girlfriend." Zoom out.
So he then gets GPS coordinates to a location in Hong Kong. And he says, "Who is this?" And the guy says, "It's Adam." Whoa.
Then we cut back to Peru. Gabriella is like, she's like, it's morning. She says, "Jamila, where are you, my friend?" And then a dead birdemic bird falls out of the sky, and then Ryan with his sensible
"Stay away from that, it's mine."
Shut the fuck up. Stop. That's my bird. It's my only friend. I learned about those in school, I did.
This is where Ryan shows up and he's like, "Don't touch that bird. Something's wrong with them." And I'm investigating.
Mm-hmm.
We go to Hong Kong.
I like the fact that the doctor is like dropping her kids off at Mystery.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a scene that we didn't get where she says, "All right, Ryan." I'll stop. She says, "Ryan, I need you to get out, and I need you to go find a dead bird. Okay, go. Bye. Okay, Yaz, Graham, I need you to go over here. I'll drop you off.
We will find out at the end of this episode. The doctor just loves dropping people off in places.
She never does this, and this doesn't happen in other episodes, but I do kind of dig it.
I'm not against it. I will say I hate this episode.
No, it's not a very good one. I think it's half of a pretty okay episode, and then
I think it had a really cool setup, and then it's just shit from there. But
well, it is Crisp's Chibnall era, so I did see "written by Crisps" at the front of the episode, and that was my sign. That's kind of a foreshadowing. Foreshadowing is like a plot device where a setup it kind of hints at something later. The part where it says "written by Chris Chibnall" is foreshadowing for the episode being bad. What?
In the UK, they call him Crisps Chibnall, but in the United States, we call him Chris Chibnall.
So, we're in Hong Kong. Jake the shitty cop is here, and he's gonna do the only thing that cops can do, which is kick a door in. And but
then Yaz and Graham just run up to him and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing, dude?" I'm so happy to see Graham. I love Graham.
Hey, what the hell was this where Jake is like, "I think there's a missing person in that building," and Yaz is like, "With my trusty skeleton keys."
I have done Azura's famous daydream. Oh, it's Nocturnal. I'm so sorry, Elder Scrolls fans.
I thought
Why is that? Why is she have? How old is this door?
With the staff of Molag Bal.
With the power of my skeletonic keys, any door I open as I please.
I was waiting for the part in the episode where we find out what the ring of skeleton keys was, or it turns out that this was all some big brain plan, and this was them who locked the door with this key. But no, Yaz just has skeleton keys? Is that a thing?
No, not now.
I've never heard of the Doctor Who's skeleton keys.
Well, it's only as if the Doctor has some kind of device that can open doors whenever she wants it to.
I'm so sorry, everyone. I just said the Doctor Who's skeleton keys. I blew it.
Now we're on Madagascar, in front of a science lab, and one thing you gotta know about science labs is, tell me if this is a little too Jeremy Cinnamon sins. When you have a science lab, it has everything. It's got everything you could need. It's got everything you could need.
Well, I think with what we learn later, I'm okay with the lab having a ton of stuff that doesn't feel like it fits.
Also, knowing what we know later, what is Suki doing here? What's she doing? And who is the other guy?
Spoilers.
Who's the other guy?
Spoilers.
I mean, the other guy is Aramu, and he dies horribly.
Yeah, so Suki is a British scientist who is working with, I assume, like a local guy named Aramu. She goes to work at her lab, and he's there. And then they hear a call from the nearby beach, and it's the doctor, and she's saying, "Help! Help! Help!
Help!
There's
Help!
a guy
Help!
in
The
the
guy's
water."
drowning. And then she pulls him out of the water, and then he's got barnacles on him.
He's got scales on his hand. This was a very funny part where the doctor, she's like, "Thanks for your help. Oh my god, normally I have friends who would help me with stuff like this, but I gave them all errands, and I sent them off to different parts of the world." And Suki and Aramu are presumably just standing there like, okay.
And I gave Yaz, my most trusted companion, a set of skeletonic keys.
Okay.
And I gave Ryan a sensible backpack and a metal insulated water bottle.
Yaz does a lot this episode. So
she
good
does.
For her.
Yaz, I was gonna say Yaz smashed the Yaz test today because she literally at a point says, "Doctor, I would like to have the agency to do a thing on my own."
I think it's funny when we originally conceived the idea of the Yaz test, it was like, does the companion get to contribute? And now I feel like it's literally, does Yaz get anything to do?
It literally, I mean, it's the Yaz test because no companion seems to have less to do in an episode.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's weird because I feel like this is the only era that we've encountered where there's 3 regular companions.
There's so many of them, yeah.
And I just feel like they struggle to give all of them stuff to do. And when there's a character who doesn't get something to do, it feels like it's always Yaz.
It's always Yaz. It's always Yaz. I mean, the max we've seen outside of this is 2. Either Rory and Amy, or we've met in the classic era, Zoe, the rocket scientist, and Jamie, the Scottish himbo.
Yeah, are those the only? I guess there was Leela and K9.
Oh yeah, Leela and K9. Oh, and there was the one from the 5th Doctor era whose names I can't remember.
Oh, Nyssa and Tegan. But this is 3, and 3 is a crowd. 4 plus the Doctor is like the Doctor and her 2 friends, and then Yaz, who gets to be on a short leash for some reason. Yeah, like I like this trio. Honestly, I just feel
I do like this trio.
I feel like they kind of have a hard time giving everyone something to contribute.
I like all of them,
which I will say, I think that's one of the reasons that the things in this episode that work pretty well, because they split everyone up, so everyone is automatically going to have something to do.
And it's very funny seeing like Graham, the funny bus driving grandpa, doing field work.
I love Graham.
I love Graham so much. I love Graham and I love Dan, and I find out that my favorite Doctor Who companions are just like middle-aged to older men who are just like normal dudes, just lads. It's just
the lads out and about.
You'd buy him a pint you're at the pub. He's there watching Sheffield FC, whatever they're called. You're just talking about driving the bus, watching the footy with a pint with the lads.
As they call it.
With the lads, having
What do they
fun.
call it? Playing footsie? Is that?
They call it feetsies, I'm pretty sure.
We call it soccer. I think they call it playing footsie.
I'm pretty sure they call it playing footsie with the lads.
You're out at the pub playing footsie with the lads, and you're all driving your buses.
You're watching it on the bus. Uh-oh. You just crashed because you were too busy. You couldn't tear your eyes away from the game. Look at that. Great touchdown coming up.
We're back in Peru. Gabriella is talking to Ryan.
She is patting him down like a hitman guard.
Which, to be fair, she's like, "What did you do to Jamila?" And he's like, "I don't know what you're talking about, but you can check my bag. You can pat me down. I swear to God, I'm not dangerous."
Also, shout out to Gabriella from multiple times in this episode going, "My name's Gabriella, but I'm sure you've heard of me from my hit web series."
Well, yeah, she's a vlogger, so she's an egotistical piece of shit.
Yeah, she's a prick, and she says 2 girls roaming, And
he's like, I don't know. And she's like, no, you know. No, you know.
Even if her blog gets 5 million views per episode, that's that's
why we got that narration at the start.
I was
there are
say,
7 billion people, so statistically most of them won't know this vlogger.
I really like, by the way, that when Gabriella the vlogger is talking to Ryan, she says, "I've got my contacts on Reddit trying to access."
Right.
What are they? So correct me if I'm wrong. Gabriella goes on r/2 girls roaming. She says, "Hey, Jamila might be dead. Can one of you guys tap into some local Peruvian satellite data to see if you can find her.
You would be on a subreddit for something that you like. I'm like on r/Taskmaster, and someone makes a post that's like, I think Alex Horn has been murdered.
No, it's Greg Davies posts on Reddit. Alex Horn may be dead.
Alex has gone missing.
I'm so glad that guy's like, I'm so glad I was sorting by new, because I wouldn't have seen that what's her name from my favorite travel vlog series. And not to be too Jeremy Cinnamon Sins. Is Reddit bro the typical viewer audience of Two Girls Roaming?
But what they're getting at is that this is what people think that Reddit does.
Is that Reddit
satellites? Is like full of like genius crime solvers. Do you remember the fucking Boston Marathon bombing?
I was too young to remember what Reddit was doing at that time. I'm sorry.
This was a thing. There was the Boston Marathon bombing, and Reddit, speaking of the fucking backpack era, everyone on Reddit got together and was analyzing this picture of the marathon, and there was this one like teenager with a backpack, and they were like, okay, we found him. They like worked together to find his name and where he lives, and literally like a catchphrase of Reddit when people make fun of Reddit is "We did it, Reddit." Is
that what that's a reference to?
That was literally people on Reddit were patting themselves on the back and saying, "We did it, Reddit," thinking that they had solved this crime, when in reality they just pointed the finger at some teenager with a fucking backpack who had nothing to do with it.
Great job, Reddit. Anyway, Gabrielle.
But this is an idea that people have of Reddit, is that it's like some sort of like brain factory where all the sharpest minds come together to find information.
All the sharpest minds come together to talk about how much they love the new Harry Potter game.
So, yes, she's like, I've got my contacts on Reddit. They're like analyzing the 911 calls in the area or whatever.
God damn.
And also, did you like the part where she pats down Ryan and she's like, ooh, muscles, I trust you now.
And then he says, I do a lot of running. Because he's always running from, like, aliens.
Haha. And so he wraps up the dead bird, and he's like, oh, all the birds that have been dying, they have these weird markings on them. And then she says that one of her Reddit contacts told her that there was an ambulance called a mile away from them, and they tracked down where it went.
Nobody in Peru, besides Jamila, Two Girls Roaming, would ever call for an ambulance if something went wrong.
That's right.
We're inside the Hong Kong warehouse with Jake the cop, Jake Hogg we call him, Jake Hogg, and yes.
Bad news. This episode gets my seal of uncreativity as they reveal that the reason that they're here is because they were tracking some unusual energy patterns.
There's a part at the end where the doctor's like, the spaceship's unusual energy signal. Like, what is the ship just like blasting out like ionizing radio? Like, why is it doing that?
They look at their like radio, like their radar scanner or like a thermal camera or something, and they just see like a glowing red middle finger, and they're like, huh, well, that's not
unusual.
Usually
energy. That's like, I'm following this unusual heat signature. It's a Tesla, and it's about to explode. And sorry, the Teslas got recalled because
it's a Tesla operating at a normal temperature. Something's not right here.
Every 5 miles, the Tesla emits an electromagnetic pulse that fries every electronic device in the area. We're working to fix it. I'm on it.
Then it runs over 30 children, and then it plays a fart sound.
That's what the spaceship in this episode was doing. Like, it just fried this Soyuz capsule for no reason. Why'd it do that? Anyways.
Well, it sent out a pulse. So Jake tells them that he's a detective, but he doesn't mention that he's not a detective anymore.
He loves to, I'm sure that every cop in the world hates the word X more than anything ever.
Meanwhile, bad news, they are not anyone's mummy this time, but there is a gas mask man watching them.
Crisp Chipsnell. They already did a gas mask guy. You can't do
Well,
it.
you can, and they do.
And they did.
We go back to the doctor on the beach in Madagascar, and she says that there was a U.S. submarine that went missing. This guy that they pulled out of the water was in the crew. he suddenly wakes up and he's like, there was an impact. We tried to, but it was already inside. And then the scales start like growing all over him, and then he literally explodes.
It's great. I hope that when the next pandemic takes me, it makes me explode like this too. And
there's a doctor moment that I liked after this guy literally explodes, where she turns to Suki and Aramu and she's like, "Do not be alarmed. I'm investigating it."
And Suki and Aramu are both very calm for having seen a man explode in front of their very eyes.
This scene though, this really pissed me off. Because the doctor, like, rattles off all the weird things that have been going on that she's trying to connect. There was a missing submarine. There's a dead naval officer in Madagascar. There's birds dying in Peru. There's alien tech in Hong Kong, which we haven't seen yet. Quote, there's also a talking cat in Ontario, but I've ruled him out for now. Then don't tell me, because I want to see that, you idiots. I want to see that
talking cat.
Chris!
I want to see Garfield. I want to see the doctor go on an adventure with Garfield and John.
Also, there's not even a twist later where the talking cat actually was behind it and we see him wink.
Oh, fuck, that'd be so good. Let me look up Garfield Doctor Who parody.
What are you hoping to get out of this?
I wanted to see if there was like a comic of what if like Doctor Who... There's nothing particularly good, but I did find this one. I'll send this to you, and I hope you like this. This is pretty good. Tell me what you think of that.
Oh, God.
You like him?
Is this Family Guy Doctor Who?
This looks to be Family Guy Doctor Who.
I guess it could also be American Dad. It's impossible to know, but yeah, this is David Tennant and Rose
in the Seth MacFarlane aesthetic.
I mean,
what is this? This one's weird. Tell our listeners what this image is. I don't know what is.
Okay,
why?
Well, so it's Whose Line with Wayne Brady, and then the 10th and 11th Doctors. Matt Smith's face is like 3 feet tall. Which is weird because David Tennant has a more or less normal-sized head.
Oh, okay. Wait, this is from Mad Season 4, and it's called Doctor Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Let's move on. Gabriella and Ryan go to a hospital in Peru. It's the hospital that the ambulance went to.
Everybody's gone. Once again,
which is not what you want in a hospital. You want a hospital to be well-staffed and underutilized.
This is the thing that the episode is unclear about how many people have died of explosion disease because, like, nobody's here. They have sealed up the quarantine wing in the scariest way possible. Like, there's like big caution tape, and like this all happened, by the way, in the span of like a couple hours.
An hour. Literally, we were told 1 hour ago the ambulance was called.
They went full zombie mode immediately. They were ready for it.
We never get an explanation, by the way. Why is the hospital abandoned?
They all died, I guess. Or possibly they sealed up Jamila in the quarantine ring and they all left.
But we see Jamila, who has not exploded. Spoilers, she has the Praxeus disease. But, yeah, why would... Unless, like... all the hospital staff are just, like, particularly susceptible to it, and therefore they all got it immediately and exploded. It just doesn't make sense. Also, there's another dead bird on the floor of the hospital. I don't know why there's a bird inside.
Just followed her. Ryan touches his
the birds were chasing her the whole way on the ambulance ride.
Ryan literally has a Metal Gear Solid codec device. It's like a little patch on his neck, and he touches it just like Solid Snake does.
Oh yeah, the doctor toward the end of the episode, she's like something with the button comms or something.
Doctor, I found Jamila.
You're going to have to take a dump.
Stop it with the Ringo, please. And then something happens that I don't think is ever explained in the episode, which is that Jamila. Her eyes open and they're all white and fucked up. Very scary. And she like gets up and starts switching.
That's a thing that it does to you, except when it doesn't.
It does it until it doesn't do it, which is only it does it once, and then she explodes. And then Gabriella, seeing her friend of several years explode, goes, "Oh no, who's gonna be on my vlogs now? My content."
Ryan watches Gabriella's best friend explode, and he's like, "It's gonna be okay."
New video posted on r/2girlsroaming. Jamila died? Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point.
Gone wrong.
Trash dumping in the river prank gone wrong.
Oh, also
Jamila
the doctor
did.
just runs into the room.
It says, "I'm quitting YouTube."
The doctor just runs in and is like, "I'm here now," and then nothing really happens, but they're just like, "Oh, the doctor's here."
Oh, time for a funny joke. Funny joke time.
Graham is following the strange readings on his Nintendo Switch.
It did. I was thinking he had a little iPad, but it does look more like a Steam Deck. He's on his Steam Deck and he says,
"There's no way he had a Steam Deck in 2020."
True.
Oh,
well,
never mind.
The doctor,
yes, he did.
Time travel, yeah. He's like, "Doctor, can I get myself a Steam Deck? I want to play."
This is an interesting reversal. Usually, I'm the one who tells you not to do something and then continues doing it.
Well, I'm also. You were also. This is like. On Kylix Y, you did the intros.
Justify it.
Yeah. No, but it's like you did the intros, you did you told me you would keep doing the bits after telling me to stop it. But
I see. So now that you're the one who intros the podcast, you're the one who keeps doing the bits after telling me to stop.
He's playing Hades on his Steam Deck that Doctor got him from the future. And folks, let me just say, you'd have to have a time machine to get your hands on one of those things, folks.
Am I right?
And he goes, "The energy signal's right behind this wall. We need to find a way." And then Yaz turns it around and he goes, "The energy signal is right behind this door." Funny.
I do want to apologize. I wasn't enjoying the episode. I am sorry that I referred to Graham in my notes as a stupid old bitch.
He's not.
I'm sorry.
Nice.
I was taking that out on him, which is unfair.
I thought the joke was funny. He had it upside down.
Fine.
It was a funny joke. And then
Jake kicks the door open. They find a
what
weird
about
alien
the skeleton keys, Yaz?
They find a weird alien computer terminal, and they press a button, and then all the lights turn on, and they see Adam the astronaut in his spacesuit strapped to a table.
This is where Yaz does something crazy to me.
Which part?
All of it, but so they are trying to unhook Adam, which, by the way, they don't know if when I see a person hooked up to a hospital bed, that's
what Yaz and Graham say. Jake's like, "We got to get him out of here," and they're like, "We don't know what this stuff is doing. It might be keeping him alive."
And you might kill him, and he's like, "Good. I hate this guy." They call the doctor. And then Adam is like, leave, they're gonna come. And then all you my mummy, all the gas mask guys come in with their guns, man.
It would be funny because they love bringing back like the Daleks and all that. It would be funny if they just brought back the gas mask people.
Well, this is an episode about like a disease, so yeah, what about the
why not?
Nano machine, son? Anyway, Yaz picks up some kind of Playmobil, some kind of leapfrog pad that's got all glowy, and she's like, "Oh, I'll destroy this thing." And I guess it works.
Did we ever get any, like, resolution on what this was and why it matters?
It's like their computer. It's just got their data in it.
I guess she's like, you won't shoot me if I'm holding this in front of me. That shows it's important. And then we never got a follow up on that.
No, because she comes back for it. And she says that you could triangulate the signals.
Remember? That was my mother's. Please put it down.
Oh shit.
So yeah,
run away.
They like run. Jake is blasting with their laser guns that he picks one up.
He loves to blast.
Are they killed? Are they unconscious? No, they get knocked out because they wake up later.
I don't think no, I think they're injured because they get back up. He like limps over to the teleporter and then you see him dead on the ship. So I think that Jake grievously wounded him.
Fair enough. That's all right. And this is where Adam says something about like, "Oh, Jake, the ex-cop." Oh, they took Adam with them, by the way. Mm-hmm. And Jake is like, "Oh, I'm just on sabbatical." Yaz and Graham are very upset, and Yaz is like, I am not an active duty officer, but I wouldn't lie about it. The principles of cop."
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised, and also I guess happy that Yaz and Jake weren't having more like cop talk. Because,
you're a cop? Hey, I love being a cop.
Hey. They're like, you don't understand the line of the dangers we put ourselves in front of every single day. When I have to tackle a kid who's trying to steal a pack of Smarties from the Tesco.
Adam says something about like, don't listen to anything Jake tells you. He's a liar. So there's some tension between these two.
Guys.
Then the doctor is here. She's like looking at the bodies. And she's like, well, this is so odd. This doesn't make any sense, by the way, because she's like, I scanned this location for life signs before you got here, and there were no signs of life.
What about Adam?
What about Adam? What about the gas mask people? This implies, says, they're not really alive. But they are.
She says that the suits they're in might be masking their life signs.
Oh, okay, whatever.
She
says, like, I can't get the gas mask off because that will spoil a very weak twist for later.
I was gonna say, she says, like, maybe it's you know what it is that the doctor is, biases from the past. She's like, the last time I encountered a guy in the gas mask, this was just their face. So it must also be their face.
She's just inexplicably, like, certain, though, that they're not human. She's just like, oh, these are just humanoid aliens, I can tell. I can't see any inch of their body, but I'm sure that these are aliens.
It's not like the doctor hasn't encountered, like, living, walking spacesuits, or nanomachines, or goo. Lots and lots and lots of goo. But no, they're probably just guys in there, whatever. But now we get the obligatory scene of the normals, the wretched normals.
But they're bigger on the inside.
Oh, they're big. The zip is bigger on the inside with so much peace and you could fit a lot of peace and love in there.
Gabriella is talking to Ryan again. She's in the TARDIS with him, and she's like, I've known Jamila for 12 years. And Ryan's like, it's fine.
You'll find a new person to
He's so bad at comforting her. He's just like, it's fine.
Yeah, he missed that. He missed the grief day at school.
Move on.
You'll find someone else to make content with. I'm sure.
So Yaz, meanwhile, she's like, I want to go back for that computer thing that I don't know why I didn't just take it with me because I was holding it. And using it as a shield.
The doctor's like, okay, I'll come back in an hour. And then Gabriella's like, I'm coming too. I need to find a new vlogger buddy. I just think that she just make it one girl roaming and just, cut her losses on Jamila.
I thought it was weird that her reasoning wasn't like, I'm not going to miss an opportunity to film this. Like, that felt like it would have been very in character for her. But she's just like, I would like to go.
I'm angry.
She's not, like, vlogging along the way, which I thought was stupid. She should have been.
Wait. Are you telling me that you would have preferred if this episode had an annoying vlogger vlogging the whole thing? You would have liked that? You would have thought
I don't know. I don't know how it would have been executed, but I'm like, it would have been in character for her.
Tom Scott voice. I'm here at the Hong Kong warehouse. This submarine carries a mysterious secret.
I am in the Pacific garbage patch.
Oh, man.
I think I'm on an alien planet.
I think Top Scott would be such a good companion for the Doctor because he's he could be like the linguist. He could be like doing linguistic stuff and computer programming to solve his problems.
I'd be down for Tom Scott as a companion. Sure, but what the fuck? Who cares?
He's not an actor.
Whatever.
And also he'd be playing himself. But I think next season. Also, let's get rid of these youngsters. This new companion's like 8 years old. Let's get rid of the young. We need a middle-aged British computer programmer as the next companion. Get rid of these fucking babies, folks. Can we, folks?
I actually have no opinion. So I'm not going to go with you on this one.
The adventure of Ncuti Gatwa and Tom Scott on the TARDIS. I love it.
Fine, why not?
Why not? It couldn't be worse than fucking what's that Flux?
Nothing could be worse than Flux.
It could be worse than Flux. More like they should have called it Fux because that's
so. The Doctor takes a blood sample from Adam, and somehow Suki and Aramu call them on the TARDIS. Don't really know how that happened. They get video called.
My favorite shit of this episode was Suki and Aramu calling the Doctor on her TARDIS phone to tell the Doctor that something weird is happening, and the weird thing that they're talking about is seeing the TARDIS appear on the beach. You told us to call you if something weird is happening. Well, let me tell you this.
About the birds. They were talking about the birds.
No, I think they're talking about the TARDIS appearing.
No, they were talking about the birds.
They're talking about the TARDIS appearing.
They were definitely talking about the birds.
Okay, but think about how funny it would have been if they were talking about the TARDIS appearing.
The Doctor brings them back to Madagascar, and everyone carries Adam to the lab. This is where we find out.
You hate to see this, folks. They're like, how do you two know each other? And then Adam says, One of
we're
them
married
says,
while Jake, Adam says we're separated while Jake says they're married.
I mean, you can't go to space without separating from your partner. It's just how it works. You're in space.
Good point.
This reminds me of that classic F plus Mars 1 episode where the guy
I was thinking about that.
The guy's like, my wife of 20 years has said that she
will
would
be very happy for me to go to Mars for the rest of my life.
Just Jake being Adam's like, I'm going to space for a year, and he's like, okay, whatever, bye.
So Aramu tells Ryan that he's been noticing birds that are not from here. And he was like, oh, just like at first it was just one. He was like, oh, it got separated from its flock, but now the flock is here. And he's like, well, that's not right.
Peruvian squawker. If only we had one up close in a bag.
There is a little funny Dr. Random line that I did funny. Which is the doctor's like, oh, I wish I could analyze these birds. And Ryan's like, oh, I've got one in my backpack. And he pulls it out and she goes, that's why you smell like a dead bird. I thought you had changed your shower gel. I thought that was funny.
I want to see the Old Spice commercial for Dead Bird. It's so random. So random.
So they all go inside except Aramu, who stays outside to keep an eye on the birds. And he, for some reason, decides to keep an eye on the scary flock of birds 30 feet away from the lab.
If only there was a window that you could look out and not get killed by the birds.
They're in the sky. Like, you can watch them from the doorway. It would be fine.
He can just be right there.
We say this because later he's going to get murdered by birds because he can't make it inside fast enough.
He's so murdered by so many birds. And do you know how many people are going to give a singular fuck about this man's death? None. Zero. Zilch.
Aww.
Sorry, Amarumu.
Oh man.
Sorry.
So Gabriella is now talking to Yaz. They're in the warehouse in Hong Kong.
Yes, she does the same trick. I'm Gabriella. Surely you've heard of me from my hit blog.
There's no fucking way you haven't heard of me.
Are you on Reddit? Are you on that site? Well, we just changed it. r/one girl roaming.
Yeah, I assume that this is like a shot at annoying online millennials or whatever.
God, I fucking hate them.
They go back to the room with the device that Yaz inexplicably didn't bring with her, even though she wanted to in the first place and she had it in her hands. And the gas mask men are starting to get up. And she says, this device, it seems to be connected to two others. One in Madagascar, but we don't find out where the second one is yet. But it turns out that it's wherever it is. And then
I think it's at the bottom of the Indian Ocean.
Yes. And then the gas mask man, they hide, and he crawls back, he limps back into the room, and he touches this like panel on the wall, and he teleports away, and they argue about whether they should follow him. And then
is it possible that this is not a teleporter, and it's one of those classic Justice League boxes that kills you when you go in it?
Sure, why not? It's a mother box. Why not?
Not a mother box. It's the one that Cyborg's dad used. It's the Cyborg's dad memorial suicide booth.
Meanwhile, back in Madagascar,
this shit killed me. Okay, this is my favorite part of the episode. I know I say that like every 5 minutes, but my favorite part of the episode is when the doctor assigns her companions tasks. She says, Ryan, I need you to dissect the bird. And then he says, she's like, you must have done it in school. And then,
meanwhile, Suki, a medical researcher whose lab this is standing there, and she's just like, anything for me to do?
I thought she was like studying water filtration. Anyway, this is the best part. Graham, she's like, the doctor's like, do you have any broad spectrum antibiotics that we can administer Adam, intravenously? And then Graham says, I've seen a few IV drips in my time. Finally, I can set one up. Finally, this information.
Finally, it comes in handy.
I've seen a few IV drips in my life too, and I don't think that reliably I could give a person an IV.
What is he watching? Like, what is this life that he's lived? Where he's like, oh yeah, I've seen a lot of people get IV drips set up.
It should have been like, what was his wife's name? Remember?
Grace.
Oh, Grace. Me and Grace used to watch the medical dramas. I bet I could do it.
I used to watch a lot of medical tutorials on
YouTube.
On two girls chopping.
Two girls sawing.
I've seen a few limbs get cut off in my time.
I mean, I just love him. He's the most confident man in the world, and I'm here for him. Go for it.
I would like, at this point in the episode, to say something that I fucking hate about this episode.
Oh, finally. Just now?
Breakneck pace. it never stops for a second. There's so much stuff it's trying to do, so many places, so many things, so many characters, and it just never slows down, and it's exhausting.
That's kind of what I hate about Crisp's Chibnall era Doctor Who, is that a couple things. Number one, it looks like that. Number two, every episode has to be 50 minutes long, and it's 10 minutes too much for an episode of Doctor Who. And it's also it's the go season.
I mean, that's part of the reason that I really liked the Battle of Ranskor Kolos, is that it's an episode that has, like, quiet moments of characters talking to each other about their thoughts and feelings. This is just things happening. We gotta go to Madagascar, we gotta go to Peru, we gotta go to the hospital, we gotta go to the factory, we gotta go to the warehouse, we gotta...
This could have been a two-parter if they wanted to do an episode about plastics and a virus, and it would have
legitimately. I was watching this and thinking, this could have been a good movie.
It could have been. I mean, they make two-part Doctor Who episodes all the time. In fact, I think this season there was a two-parter, and I had a funny name. It was called. It had the name that reminded me of something else, but I can't remember what it was.
Oh yeah, it was like Spyfall parts 1 and 2.
Yes. So maybe they could have made Praxeus part 1 and 2. Why the fuck not? Instead, they had to do Flux part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm not interested in any of that. But like, if they wanted to, whatever.
But yeah, yeah, and you're right. It absolutely could have been a two-parter. But I was just thinking, like, if this was like just a 90-minute TV movie, there's a lot of characters and none of them have any time to just be characters. There's like emotional arcs that have no satisfying payoff because it's just like, I don't know or care about these people. It's like the idea of the emotional arcs is like, yeah, that would be good if it existed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there is a character who is revealed to be a villain who betrays them, and that character, it's one of the characters we already know, and it's just like, okay, I mean, I'll just say it right now, Suki is not on their side. And I'm just like,
who cares?
Who is this?
Who? We found out like 5 minutes ago that she's a scientist researching water filtration. But what, is she secretly evil?
And I like the idea of the Doctor getting, like, tricked and manipulated by Suki, because the whole thing that happens here is that in these lab scenes, the Doctor and Suki are, like, throwing, like, technobabble back and forth, and there's a sense of, like, the Doctor is really happy to be able to talk to someone who is a scientist. Like, you know, it's been 2 episodes since she met another scientist.
I was going to say, she meets another scientist / inventor every episode. Every week she's talking about someone. And then,
yeah, but this is the thing, is she's dealing with Graham, Ryan, and Yaz, some of the stupidest characters we've ever seen.
Don't be mean to Graham. It's not Ryan's fault that he skipped school on the day they learned
Okay,
about
but Graham was the one who was like, Tesla? Did he invent the Tesla?
Listen, he didn't read the oatmeal article. How is he supposed to know?
But yeah, so what happens here is the Doctor is talking to Suki, and Suki's saying all this science stuff, and the Doctor's like, yeah. So then when it turns out that Suki is actually... I won't get into what her deal is just yet, but she is basically trying to... You know what? I don't get it. I'll just say it. I don't get it.
I don't get it. Either.
I don't get it. What is... Because...
the most confusing part is just in a second when Graham...
I tried to summarize Suki's motivations really quickly without, like, getting in the weeds, and I can't. I don't understand what she's doing.
Why does she decide to, like, go to Madagascar and study water filtration?
Yes, okay. I think we have to just say what it is right now, because otherwise there's no way to make sense of this.
Here's the premise. Suki is an alien from
She
an
is
alien
one
planet.
of the humanoid aliens, the same as the gas mask guys.
Their planet was attacked by the Praxeus virus, which is the one that, like, the people with the scales who...
It makes you scaly until you explode.
And she's here to, like, use Earth as a testing ground for research on the virus to hopefully find a cure. It broke containment, blah, 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 blah. Why is she on Madagascar doing water filtration research, though?
I think that's just a cover. I don't think she's doing that at all.
Why is she here?
Except she has a filter that she's built.
But who is Arumu then?
Just a local guy who worked at... Yeah, I don't understand like how and why she set up this lab. I really don't understand what the point of her is. But then she turns evil, and I don't know why.
No, she turns evil because they find her out. Because they find out, they're like, why is there a signal transmitting from Madagascar right where Suki is standing? And
but they find a cure together. Kind of. Maybe.
No, okay, this is the best. I need to talk about this. Ryan has dissected the bird, and then they look at the bird is full of plastic, oh no. And then they open up, they look at the bird's insides under a microscope, and then question mark, virus, we have a cure.
Yeah, there's a lot of, and if we isolate and we can create and then it will do a counter. Yeah, I don't fucking know. Meanwhile, Yaz and Gabriella teleport onto, like, an alien ship or something.
And you can tell it's alien because it's covered in like foil and nets, and there's a big submarine down here.
We get some emotional arc stuff with Adam and Jake, where we find out that
Jake fucking sucks. Jake is a piece of shit. I hate Jake.
Jake didn't go to Adam's spaceship launch, and Jake the cop, Jake Hog from Adventure Time, is sitting down outside with Graham. I forgot to mention because Adam has learned that he's infected with an alien pathogen. There's scales growing on his neck now. So Jake like goes outside because he's like, I can't look at him like this, and I feel like a piece of shit. So Graham sits down to comfort him, and in classic Graham and Ryan style, they're so similar. Their family. Graham is like, it's fine, and Jake is like, I didn't go to his launch 7 months ago. He knew what he was signing up for. I don't do emotions. I don't do commitment. Besides the fact that we are married. Also, I really don't like foreign travel, which he brings up to be like, but I went to Hong Kong for him when he went missing. Like, see, I do care. And his whole thing is he's like, I'm a piece of shit. My husband is so amazing, and it makes me feel inferior, and I feel like he's lying when he says he loves me, because why would someone like him love someone like me? And Graham is like, you're shitting on yourself. Stop it.
Because he says like, I feel like I'm a punishment for my husband, and he's like, who's the one who's being punished?
You're punishing yourself, Jake.
Which you deserve because you are a cop.
He sucks. Suki, meanwhile, she and the doctor are doing fast research and saying science words fastly.
Isolate, virus, enzyme, engineer.
And Jake walks in to talk to Adam, but there's scales on his face now. Uh-oh, it's getting bad.
Heck,
the birds are getting angry outside. We see that the bird is full of plastic, and it's birdemic again, literally. Yeah. And an old man walks in from the woods and lectures them about science,
climate change,
and global warming. The doctor explains that the alien pathogen eats plastic. So any birds who eat plastic that gets like thrown away into the ocean
becomes a vector.
Are like a breeding ground for Praxeus.
And then she's like, well, this could spread to humans if there was plastic inside of humans. And Graham comes in and he says, I've never had plastic inside of me in my entire life. And then the doctor and Suki tug at their collars. Uh-oh. Y'all are chock full of plastics, boys and girls.
Yeah, microplastics. Yay. The story of the day. Not that it's not a real problem, but microplastics. Problem. It's about... There's plastic in all of us, and there's trash everywhere, and Praxeus is having the time of its life. There's also a little thing here where the doctor's like, come on, brains, move it along. And Graham is like, did she say brains, plural? Which...
is not a pre-established piece of Time Lord lore.
Sure, but also brains...
she's got a lot of brains.
Brains, plural, is not unusual.
Yeah. I guess it's just a quirky doctor moment. The birds are going crazy. Aramu's got fucking super dead. He super died, which is one step over death is when he super died.
He literally could have just been watching from the doorway and been like, oh shit, and go inside. I don't know why he was like all the way on the beach.
Nobody will mourn him. Also, he seemingly didn't get infected. He just got fucking blasted by birds.
Yeah, the same thing that happened to Jamil. Jamila?
And then they all run for the sign. They all grab the astronaut. They all grab him one leg and one arm, and they hup him into the TARDIS.
Hup.
Then this part's great. They're
sorry. I'm looking at my notes, and I was really mad. Ryan and Graham are begging the Doctor to explain what she's talking about. She and Suki are like looking at a microscope slide. And she's like, "Oh, the blah blah blah, and we synthesized da da da." And Graham is like, "What are you talking about, Doctor?" And she's like, "It doesn't matter. Just trust me on this. We've done it." And I'm like, "Fuck you, Chris."
Done what? Oh, also in the middle of this commotion, Suki does teleport. Teleport.
Bye.
Because they find out she's evil.
That's right. She reveals, because Yaz calls her on the
says,
radio.
"Hey,
she's like,
we found the submarine." And
Yaz thinks she's on an alien planet, but she's not. But she's like, "I found the missing submarine. It's here. The lab, the alien lab was sending data to Madagascar." And the Doctor's like, "You're in contact with the aliens?" And Suki's like, "Yes, I'm evil in some way." And this is where she says, "I've learned more from you, Doctor, than I did from experimenting on Adam."
Anyway, okay.
I guess she was wearing a gas mask, because at no point is Adam like, "Wait, that's the lady who's experimenting on me."
They're on the TARDIS.
This is where she says, she tells them the virus is called Praxeus. It's smart, it's relentless, and it knows you're onto it. And then she teleports away.
Teleport! And then they go on the TARDIS because they're running away from the birds. Aramu is so dead, he's a goo on the floor. Then they,
this pissed me off, because the Doctor is like, and I'm sorry to do this. I don't need to get into the mechanics of it, but I've been watching Fast 9 along with The Worst Idea of All Time.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a scene that really pissed me off that this reminds me of. It's where they're driving through the minefield, and they're like, "Careful, if we drive over a mine, we'll explode and die." And then they don't drive over any mines. And it's like, cool, then what was the point?
I really like, one of my favorite things in that movie is that there's just like a round, mysterious, glowing object that they have.
It's the device.
The device, yeah.
Not the device. But this reminded me of that, because the birds burst through the ceiling and start swarming them. And the Doctor's like, "Careful, if they scratch you, you'll be infected." And then the birds don't scratch them.
The birds, you spray them with acid like in
the birds are just swooping around and just flying past them and then going, never mind. And it's like, and they all just get back to the TARDIS. They grab the science on their way out, and they just get into the TARDIS completely unscathed. And it's like, oh, lucky.
Very nice.
Oh, cool.
This is when the Doctor puts she puts a data into the TARDIS, and the TARDIS says manufacturing vaccine device.
Okay, this is another Chris, you fucking hack moment. I'm sorry. Chris was pissing me off this episode, because the Doctor says, "We might have a cure, but there's no way to know if it works." And then Adam is like, "Then test it on me." And the Doctor says,
"But you might die.
It's too dangerous." And he says, "Doctor, there's no time. You said it yourself." And meanwhile, she puts the cure into... It's a cure. She puts the cure, that is a cure, into this computer thing in the TARDIS, and she's like, if it works, the TARDIS will automatically start manufacturing more of it spontaneously on its own. And it's like, okay, the fact that you told me that, and also that it's incredibly obvious that it's going to be a cure, is like, why even say that? Because now I'm just like, oh, it's gonna work.
It'll be fine.
Why is the Doctor like, "No, Adam, we can't test it on you. If you don't, he's gonna fucking explode."
But it won't be her. Okay, I have a way to explain this to you, okay?
Okay.
You are standing on a set of train tracks.
Okay.
There is a big swarm of birds carrying a virus at an astronaut. No, at the entire population of the Earth.
I've actually heard this one before.
No, I don't think 7 billion people, by the way, are on one side of the train track in the path of the bird. On the other set of train tracks is a single astronaut who will also explode from the bird virus. You are standing.
He is also on the other side of the tracks as well.
Yeah, he's also there. There are two of him. You are holding a vial of cure that could potentially save everybody from the trolley made out of birds. However, if you inject the man who's already in the path of the flying birds, he might die, and you would be responsible for his death, which was gonna happen anyway, but he was gonna die, but also it would have been your fault in sort of a immediate sort of way. What do you do? What do you do? I'm asking you. This is an ethical dilemma.
Well, if I test the cure on him and it doesn't work, then the exact same thing would happen as if I didn't test the cure on him at all. So I'm going to go ahead and test the cure on him.
If I pull the lever, the trolley will not hit anyone. But also, if I don't pull the lever, the trolley hits everyone. But at least I'll know that it wasn't my fault.
Right? Literally. and Jake is like, no, you can't do this, Adam. Or, sorry. Yeah. Fucking hell, I keep mixing up these names. No, Adam, you can't. I won't let you. And it's like, dude, he's gonna explode in, like, moments from now.
This is like on Cinema when Tim's ex-wife didn't want him to get the blood clot surgery that would save his life. This is just he's out. Adam,
oh my god.
But you'll die. Ha ha ha.
And then I'll be free from this commitment that I don't like.
I hate my commitment.
It's just such a completely useless, perfunctory, like, no, you can't. Just skip this shit and just fucking do it. I know you're gonna do it.
But if
you can't contrive a reason, I'm sorry. Jordan, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm looking at the list of classic Doctor Who serials, and I see that The Awakening was written by Eric Pringle.
And? What? Is he related to Crisps Chibnall?
No, I just got distracted and forgot what I was talking about because I saw the name Eric Pringle.
That's pretty fucking good. I guess that your spreadsheet, which, man, every time I see you talking, you talk about I understand you're proud of it. You love that spreadsheet. But this spreadsheet has an extra purpose, which is if you ever get mad, you can just look at it.
You can just look at Eric Pringle.
You, and you'll just be like, his name was mononymously Pretzel. The second Doctor was Pretzel. What was his name? His name is like Preston Troughton or something?
Patrick Troughton.
How did we get to Pretzel?
You were saying his name silly on the Patreon episode at patreon.com/poddingbros. And then I said his name was Pretzel, and then it's done.
Anyway, we then get a scene, they're back on the ship, they find the submarine, also they're actually at the bottom of the Indian Ocean, they were wrong, Yaz was wrong, she was wrong about Eric, boo! And then we get an emotional scene of Jake and Adam's dying, but he's not dying.
The doctor is like, Jake, Adam, fucking hell, Adam, are you sure you want to do this?
Dude, I'm gonna explode! I know that you're gonna explode, but do you want me to pull the lever that will divert the trolley off of the path to save you?
Literally, Adam is like on the fucking operating table, and he literally tells her, "Stop faffing about and do it." And I'm like, "Yeah, what is wrong with you? Just do it."
At some point, the doctor and Yaz and Graham and Ryan all regroup with their backpacks on the alien planet, but it's actually where the submarine is. And so they're under the garbage patch at the bottom of it's a gyre. She says gyre a lot. Gyre. It's a gyre. There are 5 gyres. Gyres. And it's all full of garbage, and that's why the birds are there, because they all want
the doctor gives us a lecture about how there's garbage patches and birds get sick from plastic and stuff. And they're like, how did the alien bacteria even get here? And the doctor's like, well, there's got to be something down here that's connected to Suki somehow. And Jake sits down with Adam, and they have a sensitive moment, and Adam is like,
hold hands, and
stop dodging life, Jake.
And then you see Jake do the most bonkers mental math in his head at what stop dodging life means.
Stop redirecting trolleys around your life, Jake.
Pull the lever and stand in front of that
you
trolley,
gotta face
Jake.
the trolley of life head on.
Head on.
From both tracks.
You've gotta lay down on the tracks of life and face that trolley,
Jake's
Jake.
Okay.
Are you telling me to kill myself? No! What?
So, what?
I'm going to dodge life by dying, thus dodging the rest of my life, because I'll be dead.
Stop not getting hit by trolleys, Jake.
Don't stop not dodging life.
So Yaz shows them a gas mask man corpse that she found.
This is, I think, the one that got shot earlier that went to the teleport, and then the doctor takes the mask off and it works this time for some reason.
Yeah, and it's all scaled up all over its face, and they're like, why hasn't it exploded? And the doctor says,
not human DNA.
Because it's not human. So this is where they start to figure out that the aliens who came here, they were infected with Praxeus, and that's why they were experimenting on Adam to try to find a cure. That's why Suki was blah, 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 blah. And Adam's dying alarm starts going off, and Jake's
No. It's the Adam is fine alarm.
Okay.
All right, Adam, if you're fine, the TARDIS is going to play a sustained, single-toned beep.
We were joking about this on the Patreon episode with the Seeds of Death, with the very ominous computer voice going, "Attention, everything is fine."
It's just like, because the next time we see, I'm sorry about your dramatic tension. The next time we see Adam and Jake, they're all holding hands and happy, and they're alive and great. So
Adam's like, hey, since we last saw you, I ran a 5K. I feel great.
I've got my favorite music. The AC is on. I'm moisturized in my own lane.
He's doing backflips. I am the very bottom.
He recites the Pythagorean theorem to show that he's smarter than ever before.
Also, I fucked up and I got all the words wrong.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. I haven't seen it.
Wait, what? Haven't seen what?
Whatever that's from. Pirates of Penzance?
Yeah, what's that from? What's it? Ooh, well done.
Hey. So, by Stephen Sondheim.
Yep.
Look at me go.
Wait, no. Who's it by?
Oh, am I wrong?
Wait, you really thought that?
Oh, I was wrong. Oh, no, wait,
come on.
It's a duo.
Duo?
Let me narrow it down. It's not Penn and Teller.
It's, actually, no, it's definitely not Penn and Teller. Think Victorian times.
Victoria.
Yeah.
And Chris Pringle. Eric Pringle.
It's, Tim Heidecker and Eric Wareheim, I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god, it's killing me. I know the names. Who is it by?
Gilbert and Sullivan.
There
you go.
Damn it, shut up!
Who the Doctor has definitely met before.
Our dad used to play a lot of Gilbert and Sullivan in the car.
But he only played the Mikado.
I thought he also played Pirates of Penzance.
Maybe he did. Maybe for you. Maybe I got the Mikado.
When you're older, Jordan.
3 little mates from school are we? It's the one that Sideshow Bob likes. His favorite.
Oh yeah. Well, he likes both.
Well, actually, Sideshow Bob sang HMS Pinafore, not... What the fuck? What? Can we talk about Doctor Who again, please?
No!
We sail the ocean blue, what a saucy ship's a beauty.
Okay, so, the Doctor catches up to Suki. She says, all the others in the gas masks, they were my crew. They had gas masks because I don't know. She says, Praxeus destroyed my planet and we were sent to find a cure. I don't really know how that works, considering that she made it sound like they're all dead anyway.
I went to Madagascar to set up a water filtration system.
Unrelated. That was just a hobby of mine. Says, she reveals this is the villain turn. She brought Praxeus to Earth on purpose because it was an incredibly plastic-infested planet.
Hell yeah.
Okay, this is a detail that I like that I thought was cool, which is that when the Praxeus got released into the water, it like sucked up all the plastic from the garbage and created these like plastic underwater tunnels. I thought that was a cool little thing.
Oh, I must have totally missed that part.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And that's that. So that's the end of the episode. There's nothing else good.
Nothing else happened.
This is the part where she says, and the resulting pulse, whatever the fuck, who gives a shit?
When we were flying our ship to Earth, the pulses from our ship fried the electronics. That's why Adam Lang's
we had it in fuck up other ships mode, which is actually illegal throughout most of the galaxy.
But we hate Earth so much that we just wanted to fuck up other ships on our way there.
And Suki reveals that in addition to the Praxeus that she already had in the first place, she also got scratched by one of the birds, so now she's real Praxeus now.
I don't think that's how viruses work.
Well, it is.
Okay.
Well, think of it this way. If you had a tapeworm and then you ate another tapeworm, you'd have two tapeworms.
That's a parasite, though. That's a different thing.
Well...
How much, like, the viral, like, you got millions of viruses in you or whatever, and then you get an extra couple in you, is that gonna kill you fast? I mean, I guess it will kill you somewhat fast.
I don't fucking know.
If I have COVID-19, and then someone with COVID coughs directly into my mouth
then you have COVID-38.
At my Super Bowl party, and Sai is there.
Shut up.
What?
Stop referencing SNL.
COVID
It's
Super
bad enough
Bowl.
that we're watching this episode.
Also, importantly, the ship has organic fuel cells, which, by the way, that's what the worst kind of...
Oh my god!
No, hold on, listen. Because
not only does the ship have organic fuel cells that you can put hamburgers in it to power the ship, but also, in addition to that, the ship has a button that you can use to make the ship fart out all the fuel into the air.
But organic just means it has carbon in it. Our cars have organic... Is that what I say when I'm filling up my organic fuel cell?
Yeah, maybe if you're a liberal.
That's what gasoline is. It's organic fuel.
Yeah, well, you could also put a burger in there and it would also work.
I could also put an antidote in there and my car would emit the antidote into the atmosphere.
So the doctor, meanwhile, Suki is like, I've already used the cure on myself and I've sent the data back to my planet. And the doctor's like, no, it hasn't been tested on humans, and it wasn't designed for your people's biology.
Okay, so
there is no follow-up on that, so I have to assume that everyone on Suki's planet just, like, swelled up like a balloon and popped after they used it.
There are 2 planets on the train track. Okay, so then, Suki explodes. Who cares? Then they find Suki's ship, and this is when Adam is doing a triple quadruple handspring Salchow, quad flip heel toe loop, to show that he's better. And then they all go in the ship, and they all do science jobs that none of them are qualified to do. Gabriella overrides the manual bypass, and that was really funny, because she's a vlogger. And then the doctor's like, good job, they're
really playing fucking
friends.
Space Team here. She's like, turn the photon accelerator off. Press B on the atomic stimulator.
Wait, but here would be a funny joke. Here's my rewrite for the episode, okay? Suki didn't reveal that she's evil. She's there with them. She's trying to sabotage. She's maybe some kind of imposter? And it would be there as an imposter among us?
So the doctor did we mention that? Yeah, we mentioned that Adam and Jake are here, and Adam is better. And because he was cured, the TARDIS produced 1 million gallons of antidote. They dump it into the fuel cells, which works. And the plan is to launch the ship into the stratosphere and then press the vent all fuel button that exists to make it dump out all the fuel, which is the antidote, all over the world. And then Jake looks at how simple the controls are and says, these controls are so simple, anyone could do it. For later. And then they get off. They get off the ship. Hey,
and they go,
hey. They fucking did this.
They did this in
Legend of the Sea Devils.
Episode. They also did.
Where they're like, we need someone to stay on the ship, or it won't hold the button open.
I was thinking they did this in the Doctor Dances, where Captain Jack Harkness has to fly the bomb away in his ship.
God, they did.
And
At least that, though, was like fucking 15 years before this.
It was so early on, and it also was kind of fun because he didn't know that he was going to die when he did it. That was the other thing.
So,
he was like, yeah.
So the doctor is like, there's just one flaw. If the ship launches and we're not back in the TARDIS yet, the ocean will crush us?
Yeah, because they're underwater. They're like
because the tunnels will be like broken open and the water will rush in. Okay.
Rush in. So they all got to run away. But the autopilot isn't gonna. It's not working. It didn't work. So
this doesn't make any sense though. She's like, the autopilot's not working. Anyway, let's get going.
It's in God's hands, I guess.
Oh well, forget it. And then Jake is like, Jake is
not like no, wrong. Jake is not there. Jake presumably knew in advance that the autopilot wasn't going to work and had already consigned his life to the dust.
Because she says something about like, the autopilot doesn't seem to be working anyway. Let's go.
Yeah,
and then Jake is like, no, I'll stay and do the piloting because it looks so simple. So they get into the TARDIS and they're like, where's Jake? And he calls them on the comms and he's like, I'm sacrificing myself for the end of the episode.
My husband told me to dodge life, and this is the conclusion.
Not to dodge life.
Yeah, stop dodging life.
Jake's like, oh shit, I thought I was, oh no.
Stop dodging death.
I was trying to dodge life by killing myself. So Jake is like, Adam, I'm sorry for missing the launch. The doctor gives him the tutorial on how to vent the antidote, which I don't really know what the plan was, unless the autopilot was also programmed to vent the antidote.
Yeah.
Can you tell the autopilot once you hit the stratosphere, dump out all the fuel?
Yep. It's a very
Got it.
Smart,
Whatever you say, boss.
It's a very smart ship. I mean, look, Tesla's, I wouldn't be surprised if Tesla's just started leaking out all of their battery juice.
So it's very dramatic. He goes up into the thing and he blasts the antidote out into the air. And then Gabriella's like, Doctor, can you save him before the ship explodes? And the doctor's like, good idea. And she does.
I was in the middle of sending you a message. No, I did. Here's the message I sent you. I said, maybe I didn't.
Oh, yeah, no. You sent me that message where you were like, wow, who could have seen the big dramatic sacrifice coming? Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I will say, speaking of Pretzel, once again, I know that it's been like 60 years now and continuity, blah, blah, blah. Stuff is going to change. They decided that the sonic screwdriver should be bad. But literally, we watched an episode not that long ago where the second Doctor, played by mononymous actor Pretzel, is like, hey, we can't just take the TARDIS to the moon because it's not designed for like precision time and space travel. It's a thing that like pinballs you around reality. And now the Doctor is like, she's like bragging where she's like, how did I do it? Well, it's simple. I materialized the TARDIS around Jake, which apparently you can do, in the exact millisecond before the ship exploded and then took us away.
We've said it numerous times. It's because the TARDIS, she at some point had a relationship with the TARDIS and now it listens to her more.
They're married now.
Yeah, they're
married. Speaking of being married, Jake and Adam kiss on screen, which it is nice to see.
This is the part where when they put it on Disney, they'll cut to them talking about how much they love their girlfriends, respectively.
And then the Doctor says, "All right, guys, we did it. And now I'll drop you off back where we picked you up, here in beautiful Madagascar."
That's not where any of them were from!
I was fucking losing it when she's like, all right, bye, everybody. And I'm like, wait, that's Suki's lab. Wait.
Suki's lab. Why are they there? Gabriella, none of them were there at the start. And then they're also standing on top of Aramu's dead body. What happens is Adam and Jake are like, well, this is a great time. We never had our honeymoon. And then Gabriella's like, I'll
come too.
Content. And then Graham's like, you can call it 3 idiots roaming, which, by the way, pretty rude to Adam, who seems like a pretty decent guy, astronaut, probably very smart. Why is he an idiot?
Also,
why is he
definitely infringing on An Idiot Abroad.
Yeah, I was also thinking about An Idiot Abroad at that time.
So this is where the Doctor repeats her stupid fucking narration where she's like, planet Earth, 7 billion guys on it. Great.
The end.
Hey, Yeah, I mean, I said this before. Hong Kong had fucking nothing to do with it.
It's just the way they were.
Why weren't they doing the research at the lab that they have?
Because
why were they like, we have to do our research in a warehouse in Hong Kong?
Because then how would they triangulate the position? They
need 3 places. And also, how did Adam text Jake, and whose phone was it?
C-.
At the time, I gave it a D++, because I was like, it's not as bad
as not Flux. It's
Once
not
Upon
Flux.
Time. Like, something's gonna have to be really bad to ever be below that grade. But I was
did I give Once Upon Time? Consult your magic spreadsheet with Data Wizard.
Well. Look, who wants the spreadsheet now?
I give Once Upon Time
gave it a D-?
Because I have to believe that there's something somewhere out there. There's something worse than a.
I am sorry. I gave Robot of Sherwood a D+. That was what I was like. Oof. This is slightly better than Robot of Sherwood.
Oof.
Which, by the way, I have been informed by numerous people that Robot of Sherwood was absolutely written for the 11th Doctor, and they just never got around to using that script, so they just gave it to Peter Capaldi.
That makes so much sense for that, because he was just a different dude in that episode. That sucks.
Yeah.
That
anyway,
sucks.
I will give this a C-. I hated it, but I think there is more stuff that's good about it. It really should have been a 2-parter. Like, all the stuff with Suki, if we had gotten to know her, she has one episode where she's like a helpful scientist who is like on the Doctor's level, and they're working together, and it's like, wow, good thing Suki is here. And then like we get to spend some time with Jake and Adam as a couple and as a not couple. And we get to know who the fuck Aramu is and what he has to do with any of it. And most importantly, for like a second, they can just chill out and anything can stop happening.
Mm-hmm.
It was way too much to happen in one episode.
It's really funny because like the episode descriptors, like, what do a fallen astronaut, a woman, a vlogger in Peru, and a warehouse in Hong Kong all have in common or something? And I was like,
none of them have met the talking cat in Ontario.
It's the first 10 minutes of the episode is what it is. Anyways.
Oh, next time on Doctor Who, they go to Aleppo and there's a creepy man made of smoke doing fear stuff and a big claw.
The fear! I always liked Lost. That's Lost is what that is. Anyways.
All right. It's time for us to find our next episode.
Wait, now, where do I go on to the
Go to the random episode tab on the spreadsheet.
Random episode. Here it is.
And it's not the one that you see right now. I'm going to push a button and it's going to roll. Okay?
Here we go.
Next time. Oh, and I've got stats here showing that there's a 15.7% chance of us getting Whittaker again.
Please, no more. Please.
Let's go. Here we go. Fucking fuck.
Shit!
Next week, we will be watching 2022's first special, Eve of the Daleks, written by Chris Chibnall, directed by Annetta Laufer.
Why does this keep happening?
Oh, it's the episode before Legend of the Sea Devils.
Hooray! And it's gonna have so many, and if Flux is anything to be, it's gonna be 1 million Daleks, and there are gonna be so many of them. Yay!
I'm gonna throw up.
Can we please stop watching Jodie Whittaker episodes, please?
I don't want to watch it.
There are 20... we keep getting the worst luck.
Well, okay, here's the thing though, because I've consolidated everything into the spreadsheet, but that means that I don't have Wikipedia open, so I don't know if this is a good episode. Let me find out.
It's probably like, this episode received below average reviews and said it was one of the worst episodes of Doctor Who.
Ooh, no, this episode actually got good reviews.
But they always get this is like AV Club.
No, they don't. They didn't. Legend of the Sea Devils had bad reviews. This has A- from AV Club, 4 stars Radio Times, 4 stars Independent, 4 stars Telegraph, 4 stars Evening Standard.
I just want the show to stop looking like that. I want to see Matt Smith. I want to see. We've barely gotten to see Matt Smith. It's been so
Ooh, Aisling B's gonna be in it.
Oh, I do like Aisling B from Taskmaster.
We got Aisling B.
Well,
we got Barnaby Edwards.
Sam. Let's wrap this up. My spirits are low again. I'm sick of Whitaker. I want to
just picture Dan smiling.
Can I get a printout of Dan smiling?
We are on Patreon at patreon.com/pottingbros. $1 a month gets you a mildly special Discord role marking you as a friend of the show. I renamed the things because there was less slime than we thought there would be.
Not a very slimy show, yeah.
It gets you all of our bonus content. Currently, we are watching old Doctor Who. We have recorded our second episode on the Seeds of Death with the second Doctor played by anonymous actor Pretzel.
Correct me if I'm wrong, we will be finishing Seeds of Death, correct?
No.
We're
going to be watching The Mind of Evil, which the Master is in.
And what Doctor is this?
That's a third Doctor.
Third Doctor, that's right. This is the old man again.
Yes, I haven't seen it yet, but we will be watching that next. $5 gets you a pretty special Discord role marking you as a companion of the show. And you can send us a message that we'll read in one of our funny voices, and you can also something else. What is it? Did I say shout out in the podcast?
Yeah, shout out in the podcast.
I'm very hungry and my brain is shutting down. $10 marks you as an honorary member of House D'Souza, which
you're the coolest we will. Oh, and
yeah.
Yeah. When we read the names of the honorary members of House D'Souza, this was my idea. We're going to either clap.
I thought this was
you.
Milk's idea.
Oh, right.
Milk suggested this in the Discord.
Milk suggested this idea, and we are taking it seriously. When we read the names of our $10 donors on this episode, either we will clap, or if it sounds too bad, we will edit applause.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm looking at it now. You suggested it as a joke, and Milk said, yes, do that.
Okay. We'll be clapping over your names, or we'll edit applause if clapping sounds too bad.
So thank you to I think we should do 5 and 10 in that case.
Yeah, we'll do 10. We'll save the best for last. The $10 get to come at the end with our applause.
Thank you to our $5 and $10 subscribers, Dan Big Chanja Silva, JCH, Roy, Stephanie B, Stephanie Karen, Tasty Sea Sponge, Cassidy, Destry Hawk, and H Cave.
Woo!
Thank you all so very much. We have a message this week. It is from Dan. This is for me. This is a Kyle voice request. This appears to... I think this is Spider-Man auto-captioned, maybe, with Tobey Maguire. And here's what he has to say. Sometimes pizza times, it's sometimes pizza times pizza. What is time, pizza? How can one pizza time? How can a time be of pizza?
Sometimes pizza. I'm looking at this picture. Sometimes pizza times, it's sometimes pizza times pizza. I've never seen that one before. Thanks, Dan.
We're on Noisepace.
We are on Noisepace.xyz. Lots of great podcasts on there. Check out Wow Cool Robot about Gundam.
I always like to shout out Island Shuffle, both because we stole their premise and because I like it.
We did steal their premise completely. Check out...
But we accidentally watched Doctor Who instead of Lost. Oops.
Check out Gay Friends Chainsaw Dog Sanctuary about chainsawmen.
Jordan, are you going to be doing a First Impressions episode about Like a Dragon Ishin on Kamarocho Radio?
We will be doing a First Impressions episode about Like a Dragon Ishin. It'll be coming sometime next week, hopefully. Argyle's copy got delayed in the mail.
Oops. On Sounds About Light, Drew and I just finished 358 Days Over 2. So we're going to be going back to Kingdom Hearts 2 next week.
Oh boy.
And next week on 0 to 0... we're going to be watching the beginning of Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, and we have already started Blade 2.
And he's going to be surfing all around. Sam, I feel like we've been abandoned by God. And I feel like maybe we haven't been praying hard enough because we've been getting nothing but Whitakers lately. So
it gets less and less likely each time.
Can you, with all of your heart and all of your soul, and can our listeners maybe bow their heads in prayer and really just hope that next week we don't get a Whitaker episode? And can you please lead us in a little Doctor Who prayer?
I would love to. This is a prayer that I didn't write, that other people say all the time at conventions usually. And it goes like this. May your life flow like a river. May your days smell sweet as a rose. May your nights be calm and still as a pond. May you be as lucky as an ace in a game of blackjack.
Darkness.
May Dan the Nice Man smile nicely upon you. May Bill bowl a hole-in-one. And may the Doctor light your path through time.
And may Graham drive a bus of enlightenment through the...
History.
Amen. Bye.
Bye.